In today's video, we're going to talk about managing your very first freelance client. So you've got this new client and you're probably freaking out because you want to do a really good job, right? And that's totally normal. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 things that you need to make sure you do to make sure that this entire process goes really smoothly with your client and that they love working with you, and at the end of this are going to refer you to other people. And so these 5 things are going to be really, really helpful for you. Now, the first of those 5 things is managing communications. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that new freelancers make is they don't manage their communications properly, and you end up getting taken advantage of. And so what I mean by this is you want to be really selective and very strict with when your clients can speak with you. For me, I prefer to do all my correspondence via email and then a phone call when absolutely necessary, and then Zoom meetings, but only if they're scheduled. Now, what you're going to find is if you become too available and act like you got all day, these clients are going to hound you and they're going to ask for tons of extras that they didn't agree to early on, but they're going to naturally just take advantage of that. And so you need to act like you're a professional. And even if you don't have other clients, you need to act like you have other clients that are keeping you busy. This way you can manage your communications and not get taken advantage of. The second thing is hopefully something that you don't need to be told, but I'm going to tell you anyways, and that is make sure that you over deliver on whatever you promise. Do a great job. If this is your first client, you want to make sure that it's a great opportunity. And again, this is sometimes why we fall into being a little bit too available, because we want to be really responsive and helpful. But make sure that you do a great job on the project. Make sure that you tie up all loose ends. Make sure that you don't make any mistakes. Make sure that by the end of this project, this client thinks that you are the best of the best, and they're going to want to refer you to all their family and friends. And so make sure that you underpromise and overdeliver. The next thing that I don't want you to forget is get paid. Make sure that you're getting at least 50% up front before the project even starts. And then after that, make sure that you're getting paid on benchmarks, okay? And what that means is you get paid 50% before the project begins. You get paid 25% when we hit this benchmark, and the other 25% when the project is completed. By doing this, you're going to make sure that you get paid and you keep the ball in their court. The last thing you want to do is say, oh, you can just pay me at the end of the project, because then they haven't paid you any money, and so there is nothing giving them urgency to finish the project. And so this puts you in a really bad situation. So make sure you get paid early on in the project, and make sure that you leave the ball in their court instead of yours. The next is use a contract. You should never be doing any work with any client without some sort of agreement in place. This is to protect both you and the client, and they should understand that. And no one's ever going to give you grief for trying to put together an agreement. And if they do, it means that they're sketchy and we're probably going to take advantage of you. And so always use a contract with every project. If you want to use the exact same contracts that I use for my web design projects, you can click this link or find the link down below in the description. You can download that as a free resource, but make sure that you're using contracts that are legally sound. They're going to protect you, the client, and they're going to outline the project so there is no question or confusion between you and the client when it comes to what's within scope and what you're going to be delivering on that project. And the fifth and final thing is set and stick to deadlines. One thing that I found early on in my freelancing career is that I was not in control of the deadlines or the schedules. And for that reason, my clients were able to drag things on and on and on. And we kind of just had like these soft deadlines that if we missed, it was like, oh, darn it, we missed it. Okay, well, let's just try to finish this as soon as we can. And I had projects that would go literally 6 months without me getting paid because I didn't set deadlines and stick to them. And so what you need to do is you need to be really strict by telling the client, these are the deadlines that we have. These deadlines pertain to me, and these deadlines are yours. This is when you need to get me copy for the website. This is when you need to get me your logo assets and all of your images. And if they don't hit those deadlines, there should be some sort of repercussion, okay? There should be some sort of fee, or we move the deadline back and they pay $200, whatever it is. But by setting these deadlines and sticking to them, the client's going to know that you're serious, and you're going to make sure that you don't get some huge bottleneck where all of your clients are at the same spot and you're waiting for them to finish things, but nobody's hitting their deadlines. Now, at the end of the day, working with this first client, being honest and transparent are the best thing that you can do. And if you do those two things, your project's going to go smoothly, and they're going to refer you to their friends and family because they loved working with you. So if you found this video helpful at all, please be sure to hit the like button down below. If you want other videos like this, be sure to subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.